You're dun, 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 dun. I'm editing something right now. Yep, that's what I thought. Fuck. Sorry for the cursing. I gotta edit something real fast. Remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Bruh. Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself trying to play yourself. Nah, my guides they are not in the description. And how are you going to mint XENblocks if you don't have the guide? How'd that work? Right? How the hell you gonna do it? Let me get this guide together for those in the back of the class. What's up, y'all? What's up? What they do? Should I rant today? Should I rant? No, I'm not gonna do that. Ah, damn it. All right, one more thing to change. We're almost there. It's cool. I want people to pull up anyways. So if you're watching this on the flip side and you're still watching this intro thing, more power to you. Maybe you enjoyed the music. It's your boy Crypto Bro on the beat too. Hey, look at that. X marks the spot right now. All right, let's see. Puffco is not charged. Sad day. Whatever. We'll take a break later if we need to. But all right, I think my spaceship is all set up here. I think it's all good. I think it's all good in the hood. Hey, thanks for that, Clay. I'm bouncing around right now. This is one of my favorites, though. But yeah, my plan right now with the whole music thing is I've always wanted to put music on the blockchain. But what's really hard, and at least for me, is I'm attached to my art and I want to put it somewhere where it's valuable. I just don't want to put it out there, right? I mean, that's why I have it in my stream, because it's valuable to me. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna put this shit in my stream. And I recommend anybody out there too that makes music, like, yo, stream charts and play your music in the background. Fuck it, run it up. But yeah, gonna release it on the X1 chain. When X1 chain goes live, I have a lot of ideas. So just need a robust, decentralized blockchain where I can get a lot of block space for free. Well, not for free, but you know what I mean. It's pretty much cheap. It's free right now because it's so cheap right now. So let's talk about it. Let's get into the content. What is up, world? Hello, world. How's it going, cyberspace? How is it happening, internet land? This is your boy Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace to DJ / producer, coming back again with another video and an orange beanie. We're in the orange beanie because it seems Bitcoin has gone ahead and sped up time. Without further ado, let's just look at it. Today is February 14th, 2024. Happy Cupid's Arrow Day for any of those out there who are celebrating with their loved one or their significant other. It could be a loved one too. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Take your mama out for dinner on Valentine's Day. Or if you're a girl, take your dad out for whatever your dad likes to do. Right? It's like, yo, take your mom to dinner and then take dad to do whatever the hell he's into. But yeah, whatever you're doing later on, congratulations and be safe. But it is the 14th, so maybe the love is in the air because boy, oh boy, did Bitcoin have a solid breakout. This is the type of stuff you want to see when you look at charts if you're a charter. Now, again, I'm not a trader. I'm a technical person in crypto. I like blockchain. All right. I think the price is a reflection of technology. I don't think it's really a reflection of anything to do with, I don't know, anything that's not the tech. Because if the tech is good, it's going to pop off. And again, that's why we were able to look at this again. I had a prediction thinking we were going to see Bitcoin 50K March 14th. So today is February 14th. So it's pretty hilarious that I was, it's the shortest month of the year. So it's not a full month, aka 30 days. But I did hit that almost right on the head. And it's funny too, because I had a prediction when we left the 72 range. And again, that's why I like the 72 and the 200 moving averages when it just comes to weather checking, right? Or temp check. Like, yo, we got to see what the price is. Maybe I want to do something on the network. I want to get some cheaper gas. That's pretty much how I perceive cryptocurrency. All of the cryptos are essentially emissions, right? Like the underlining base technology is the native coin. So that's why you get into a good native, so that you can reap the benefits of the network becoming popular, right? So Bitcoin 50K, fuck yeah. So wear an orange beanie for that shit. And again, I had that little idea that, hey, maybe we will pull back, and be conservative. But that's not the case here. And when we look at the dollar is actually being very conservative. So we are in a weird time. And that's why I think people, again, I was saying this months ago, back in August, when we were way down here, and we had to kind of change the way we think about Bitcoin, right? Because this pump here in January or in June was a signal pump where it's like, hey, if this keeps going, it's going, right? That was essentially what happened here. I mean, throughout all of this, most people that really won right now, the real winners, they were the ones who said that here, right? They were like, oh, if we break out here, we're going. Me, I was a little skeptical down here at like 18. I didn't really trust the market. Plus, I'm a Xenian, so I was so focused on Zen that like it was just a DCA for Bitcoin, right? It wasn't like, let's talk about Bitcoin and let's go ham in Bitcoin, because again, 2023 we get inscriptions, which really put Bitcoin in under a magnifying glass. So it was easier here to say, oh, this is getting ready to Zend it, than it was back here, because this was, again, research and development. And the crazy ones were the people who participated and bought the bottom here. And again, it's never too late to get into Bitcoin, because it as a thing, is bigger than all of us. So no, if there's 8 billion people on the planet and there's only one Bitcoin and there's only 21 million of those, it's got a pretty good story, and I'm sure it doesn't need your help to pump. You know what I'm saying? You could just observe it. It's very quantum at this moment, and I'm loving this shit. So it's a pretty fun time in crypto. And again, I don't think we are in a doomsday scenario. I honestly think that we have a lot of clearance to just keep going and trying to test all-time highs going into the halvening. And again, it wouldn't surprise me, because inscriptions on Bitcoin, they fuck the market up. Okay, so like, what's funny is this is a article I saw today, because I was like trying to see if I can find some volume for the ETFs, right? And I was hearing through, there's a really good guy to follow on Twitter. His name's Fred. He actually just did a talk with Jack and Zensu. Yeah, Freddie Gibbs. Why does Fred never pop up when I type in Fred? The fuck? He never pop up, bro. I swears. Here, we'll go to Cypher's Prime. He's got to have Fred somewhere here. Anybody know Fred's last name? Put it in the chat. What up, Mind, Body, and Crypto? What up, Dank? Tree City West, the homies. You are well positioned for the future, my friend. You earned it. Oh, thanks, bruh. Dude, I am the future. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe I am, though. I'm starting to or how do you say this? Like I'm stuttering on it because I'm starting to think future is nothing more than like comprehension. Like future condensed is comprehension for your consciousness. Like when your consciousness comprehends something, you are now in the future. So it's almost like you if you really understand, you're waiting for everyone else to comprehend. And again, that's why I'm nerding out on the whole DAG idea of this parallel moving blockchain, and how like that is a representation of a lot of progression in this reality. Like if in quantum reality, if things aren't moving in parallel, it's harder for everyone to understand what's really going on. We're moving away from the newspaper era where everybody had tangible newspapers, and the only way you knew what was going on was if you had a subscription to the New York Times, right? Or if you're a basketball player and you don't have Slam magazine, subscription, then you might not know who's going to be the hottest basketball player coming out of high school or college. That was something that always sticks with me because I was in the magazine culture when I was a kid, and I had my parents subscribing to stupid ass magazines so that I could be in the know, right? So that's an old era, and to think we all used to run parallel using press, right? Using print, whatever the press and the print printed, everybody was online on the same time. When man landed on the moon, that's what I'm trying to get at. All were in parallel as humans, that we were on the moon. Now Japan lands on the moon and half the world don't give a fuck because they're on their own piece of the ledger or whatever, right? The mainstream is, pushing Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Kanye, war, anything to just distract you pretty much from the quantum experience of future, right? Of comprehension. So it is pretty hilarious right now that we are in the middle of this. Like we're in the middle of the storm, and the storm is coming to life, right? I think I even saw something today on X. I didn't like it, but here, let me see if I can find I think Bitcoin Magazine posted it. And I'm not like a Bitcoin, like, oh my God, Bitcoin, but if you follow my vibe, then you know that I am pro industry, and Bitcoin is the industry. So if you don't believe in the Bitcoin, essentially you're distancing yourself from being parallel with the industry, which is what you want. If you're creating something, you want to be part of the main. You don't want to be on the side. Okay, like I can put this in so many different references of my experience already, bro. Like it's ridiculous. But like, for instance, what do you call it? Like when I first started DJing, I would play little venues that held maybe 30 people, 10 people, whatever, right? And maybe 5 people would show up or some shit, right? And scaling my professional craft of being a DJ, I needed to recognize that I was on the side of the main. And even to this world right now, like if I were to make a reference to this idea of what it is to be mainstream, there are always going to be pockets of parallel moving communities, and they're going to have their particular pillars of what is mainstream for them, right? In that community. And maybe these communities run in parallel because, again, as a DJ, it's like, oh, we all play hip hop. So we're running in parallel when it comes to our playlists. I play hip hop. He plays hip hop. They play hip hop. We're all going to play the same fucking songs, and we're all trying to get the same spot, right? So we're all moving in parallel to one destination, right? And the more mainstream you can be, the more opportunity you're going to get, because you're not putting yourself to the side playing like music that nobody cares about, right? And it's not that nobody cares about it. It's just the mainstream says people care about this. And the intelligent would identify that that is a scenario they got to constantly battle, So again, that's why I think we're doing really, really good here in Zen world, because this is natural. But yeah, this is what I saw today. That was kind of funny to me.
I'm curious how you think about that.
That's true, though. This is how much has been money.
Gary goes on and gets shitted on by CNBC. Wearing a pink shirt. Right? And then this guy is one of the most or is being idolized as the intelligence on this like broadcast, because sometimes I'll watch it. And he's the main person going up against Gary.
Think about that.
That's true, though. This is how much has been money laundered with Bitcoin. This is how much.
This guy, too, is also pro Bitcoin AF for the longest time. So this is, again, this pump is supposed to happen, right? Again, it's taking on its own world now because it's mainstream. It's in parallel. They were able to keep it. Shout outs to the Laser Eyes and the Taproot community for holding it down while everybody else was playing on Ethereum. But they were able some way, somehow to keep Bitcoin fucking parallel with finance up until right now. And now the world caught up, or some of the world. You know, some of the nodes, their heads are going off like, wait a second. What am I missing? You know? And, you know, again, it's simple math. Bitcoin there's not enough of it, and it makes the real world, which runs on space and time, cool again, right? We have this ETF which is grossing ridiculous amounts of revenue for these fucking hedge funds. Look at this. Those issuers, or the issuers of those ETFs, have deemed demanded skyrocket beyond initial predictions of a few billions. Assets under management at these issuers total around 28.3 billion, making a market cap of 39 billion, according to Blockworks data. Trading volume across 24 hours was about 1.8 billion. So this ETF thing right now is bringing in bees. The world's been standing still. All of a sudden, it's like Bitcoin ETF, and now billions of dollars. All of a sudden, people want to start moving billions of dollars, you know? So, again, I think you're on the right side of history if you're following crypto right now. There's going to be a lot of people whose nodes are coming online. They thought they was woke. They thought the aliens was coming. Oh, my God, the aliens are coming. So, again, motherfucker, buy alien shitcoin. Shout out to PTGC. But, yeah, that's kind of funny shit that I'm on right now. That we are mainstream, running in parallel with the Fed now. We got programmed. You could probably run the gematria on these people, and they were probably born for this moment. You know what I'm saying? That's something I actually believe in this quantum realm, is you're born for what you're into. There's a reason why you're into it, right? And that's what the whole discouragement of the reality sets in when people try to tell you shouldn't do that. Like when everyone was trying to tell me I shouldn't do Bitcoin, and now I'm stacked, and now they're saying they have Bitcoins. That's the part that blows my mind. So many people were shitting on me for turning up last year, and now all of a sudden they got everything. And that's why, again, I'm gonna be laughing when X1 is live, and all of a sudden all these people got XEN tokens. I'm gonna be like, what? I thought it was stupid, right? So be on the right side of history, man. Do not be on the wrong side, right? Do not be Gary Gensler, all right? And have some guy that looks like this on mainstream television fucking telling you you're wrong. His balls are too big now. His balls are so huge. Pause. But like, yeah, both of these dudes, they was wrecking this fool. He's like, fuck, I woke up this morning for this. Look at them, they're all comfortable and shit. They're like, yeah, we shitting on you today, boy. Bitcoin, this back to 5K. So what's so significant though really about the 50K mark? This is a strong breakthrough, and then 50K psychology wise, you're gonna hear this from every YouTuber, every fucking person in crypto. We're all running in parallel. But yeah, 50K is just a psychology number for those that aren't here right now, and they're gonna see it and think they're missing out on something, right? So that's why it's gonna be very, very important to keep this going, and this is why I brought up Fred earlier. Yo, thanks, Dave, for Fred's name. Frederick or Fred. What the fuck? Man, I can never find this fool. I swear. Hold on, let me try it on my phone. I'm gonna find him. Bro, why is Fred so hard to find? This has to be one of those. Either they're blackballing his account or something. They have to be blackballing his account, man. Why is he so hard to find? Every single time I go and look for this dude, I can never find him. But basically, long story short, he fuck, I can't find him, man. We gotta. Here we go. Shit, Kruger. Oh, you got the wrong one, boy. This is the dude. Yeah. I don't know why I can't type in Fred and it not pop up. But yeah, so this guy, he is pro Bitcoin Wall Street guy. And he's always posting things about what's going on. And I like his philosophy on this new future because it's more quantum than it is space and time, right? And I say that those things because some would tell you that, you know, you need to get into Bitcoin now before you're too late. Fred would tell you, you don't need to get into Bitcoin because you're not too late. What you need to do is buy ETFs now so that you can trade your ETFs later. And I think that's really, really cool because that's explaining to me why this price is going up. Bitcoin is setting in its ETF trading price, and who knows how high that can be. And that's, again, what's so funny about running in parallel. 2024, we have the halvening, but at the same time, we have the ETF pricing in what it is to trade Bitcoins on Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? So, and then some Wall Streeters like a Fred are literally saying you could buy a Bitcoin, but why wouldn't you just buy the ETFs? You get what I'm saying? So like, it's getting nuts right now. It's getting really, really crazy. And I think this is really good for main crypto. And and we're gonna get back to Zen. But yeah, this is why this is really good for Zen. If we have Bitcoin banging off, and then we have our guy Fred, who's working with somebody like asked him basically in this here, you can like listen to it. Someone asks him a question about layer 2s, and he brings up the argument about stable coins not being the best concept for Bitcoin when it comes to stable, right? And I've been talking about this on the channel about how people don't want to lose the integrity, right? We're going back to this MF Doom card. People don't want to lose the integrity of their crypto because the timestamp server is what keeps its integrity. And when you disconnect a hash from the timestamp server, very simple shit. It's in the Bitcoin white paper. When you separate those things, it causes conflict because the question then arises, what do I really have? I have a new hash of a new representation of a new moment in time, right? So he brought up that concept that nobody's going to really like that. You know, people are going to want to have ownership of what is theirs, you know? And he's like talking like basically about VMPX because again, that's what VMPX is designed for. I know a lot of people want to take their VMPX and they want to say, hey, VMPX is only for X1 chain. And I'm like, now 100% sold that this is why we're not hearing VMPX talk about the XN and VMPX allocation, because it's actually a good hold. People actually might want to hold this, right? Because look, think of it this way too. If you take your VMPX and you transfer it, aka swap it for XN tokens, those VMPX tokens are going to be locked in a vault for liquidity, right? That's how they're basically trying to solve this problem of a peg token. Instead of putting value behind the peg or pegging the peg to or pegging the technology to the sum of one, they're essentially trying to say use liquidity to offset what is there, and then that offset will create price in a sense, right? Because let's say there's 108 million VMPX, so if 50% of that were to go into the pool on a giveaway, right? Because that's basically what you're doing. You're saying, oh, I'd rather have XN tokens than this VMPX. So you're giving it away and you put it into this 50% LP. Now there's going to be 50% in that pool for people to transfer back and forth, and it's immutable because it's in the pool, right? So yeah, they actually are kind of mind fucking people, in my opinion, to think they want to do that. But realistically, when you do the research, VMPX is the only BRC20 currently with a blockchain attached to it to answer that layer 2 integrity question. Like, how do we keep the integrity of this Satoshi as it starts to go through this tumbler of different protocols, right? Got to tumble all the way through to the end and then tumble that shit all the way back to the base, you know? So you don't want that to get lost in transition. And again, Bitcoin is a scarcer asset than anything on the planet, and people have big brained concepts coming. So yeah, VMPX looking good right now. We have the 6 cents markup here because yeah, anything below 6 cents is pretty much below mint price. Once we get above 6 cents, anybody who minted this on ETH, they'll be in profit on their mint. So yeah, this has been doing its thing. I think that's why we're seeing a good amount of trading activity. And also because people are holding it, that's why it is able to do this. That's why this chart looks very nice. Same thing with the X1. And now the X1, I'm going to just get this out right now. I don't know why everyone's so fucking focused on this coin. Like my experiment right now is observing humans doing that human thing, you know, like I was doing it. And I mean, yeah, I got chopped up for doing it, but at least I'm good at my intuition. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a hungry green candle dick rider. So my intuition is what brings me to my conclusions. And I'm so comfortable with X1 or this like X1 thing because I claimed it for free for $60 and now it's at $100. So again, if this was my experiment of how I think the cat, if my interpretation of the cat is that this is what's going to happen when X1 comes out. No one's going to sell. The people that won it are going to have it and they got it for free because they participated, and they're not going to sell. And it's going to force people to speculate on price of something that is like just speculation. It's like you could literally speculate on Zen, but so many people are emotional about being incorrect about their speculation that they've actually mindfucked themselves out of total speculation for anything Jack Levin. And then you can almost say this is the biggest middle finger to everybody who actually who's sleeping on Jack Levin. This is like this I've slept on Jack Levin coin. Like, did you buy X1 or did you mine it? Because this was peak sleep on Jack. Even OKX was sleeping on Jack. They came out with X1 chain sleeping on Jack, bro. Thinking he wasn't gonna fucking wake up and be like, oh man, now they trying to put fire under my ass. Like, I'm on Solana's head. They coming for me. Watch me drop this coin and it do well, basically. This is easy. That's what I see here. I see a Jack Levin troll that this shit is easy. And I haven't sipped my coffee yet, but yeah, this shit is so easy. The hardest thing is clout. I can reference this to music. You know, I can reference everything to music because I've lived these experiences IRL. So some people want to be a DJ. You know, they're going to cloud it up. They're going to be cloudy. They're going to do everything in their power to be the center of attention. But when you make raw shit, because you're just an artist, you're a manipulator of the space. You know, this place called Earth, you manipulate it. You're here right now and you're just fucking shit up. You don't really pay attention to the noise. You know, it's like if Picasso focused on the noise, he would have never interpreted the noise in his own direction of chaos. So he paid attention to it, but he didn't let it affect him is what I'm trying to get at. And that's the same thing like in music. I see a lot of people, they'll get like a show or something and then they'll parade around, and then they'll keep that one show as a full parade, and that's all they got. You know, because everyone, we run it in parallel. We're all gonna do the same thing. We're all gonna rock a show, but how many shows you rock after the first one, I think, is the most important part of your resume. How many hits, and then how many times did people quit on you and you were able to bounce back? Everybody quit on Jack when this shit came out. December, what's this? Yeah, November 20th, right before Thanksgiving. Everyone gave up on Jack. And again, this is why this chart is the way it is. Because everyone gave up on Jack, you can almost think of this as like everything back here doesn't matter. Only this matters. Because these holders of this token are holding the like airdrop token that Jack released to fuck everyone over. To say, fuck you guys. People will pump anything. Doesn't matter if I pump it or not. They will pump it. And the speculation on this is insane, dude. So insane. No one even knows what they're going to get. They're just like assuming, like, and that's like where it is for me. The reason why I think people are speculating so hard on this is because they don't understand VMPX, and they're treating X1 like VMPX, but they're two different things. One really doesn't serve any purpose. It's just a meme, while the other one actually is a utility for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's going to be, you know, everyone's putting their money in the meme again, but me knowing crypto, memes hit harder than utility coins. So I don't blame them. You know what I'm saying? This could be the fucking, you know, so much speculation. And then like, it's like, oh, this doesn't get anything. What the fuck? I don't know. He said fair crypto projects will get some sort of airdrop. But again, I don't think it's going to be life-changing gains. But yeah, it might be for someone who doesn't have anything, you know. Fair Crypto Foundation holds X1. Clout Cox. Jack holds 50% of the supply, right? Well, that's what I'm saying. So you have to remove that articulation or that comprehension from your brain. Jack deployed this, and this doesn't exist. So this is like a troll because, again, I said this coin came out because everyone was sleeping on Jack to the point OKX was sleeping on Jack. That had to be super disrespectful. My G built Google Cloud, and people are just gonna in this mediocre crypto world are just gonna step up and act like he didn't just create Google fucking Cloud in the 90s and the early 2000s. Like he literally has an artifact inside of a museum in the reality. None of us have that. None of us. In like a real like a history museum. But so you have to remove all layers of noise. And that's why this is a quantum experiment. And it's actually a pretty cool one. It's a pretty cool Struder cat theory. And this specific token, I will say, changed my way of thinking in general. And I would say it got me to a new gigabrain state. But why gigabrain in? When you think of the Struder's cat theory, it's deeper than is the cat dead or alive, you know, or is everything. It actually shows you that most of life is pondering your next move. But essentially, your next move you can't predict because you predicted it a long time ago, right? Like I said in the beginning, like Bitcoin catches up to the future of people who comprehend what it can do. So we're already in the future, and then here shows up Bitcoin right on time, right? I'm already in the future. Zen's gonna pump, and I'm not even fucking worried about it. That's why I'm so confused right now that so many people can be this fucking retarded, right? And like, for me, I'm just kicking back, and I love this X1 thing because it expressed this to me in my own day of breathing. I'm breathing, you're breathing. But it is true. A lot of our attention to detail is based on whether or not that cat is alive, or dead. You know, it's based on should I make a left or a right. It's based on, should I go straight or should I walk back? Should I pick this or should I pick that? Right? Release everything in your mind. Don't pick anything. Everything is nothing. How about that? And that's why, again, this is going to rip, because people can't get that deep and they're going to act like they know what the fuck this is. Right? Just that's why, again, code cluster, I went a little deeper into this, in this onion, because that is what you have to release yourself from. You can't think Jack owns this. You actually have to get that out of your vocabulary and say, these don't exist. And the more people that hear us say that, they'll believe it. It's very weird. But it's Struder's cat. People don't know what's in the box. They agree what's happening in the box. Right? That's why everything is everything. I could jump up. This experiment can go on and on and on and on and on. But I hope you see the fun in it, because we have it happening right now. I would say also the 333 auction was a Schroeder's cat theory, where a bunch of people put assumptions on top of an outcome that no one knows the outcome of. Everybody has a hypothesis for it. And it's good for price, man. When people don't know what the fuck is going to happen, the pricing can go north. When people know what's going to happen, the price is not going to do anything. It's going to just trade sideways. How does it not exist if the smart contract, if it's the address? So that's what I'm trying to say. If you believe it exists because you physically see it, right? You need to then apply honest. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then if you want to get crypto with it, get blockchain with it, you need to figure out, is the ledger honest? Is Jack honest? Right? If you're saying this is deployed by Jack, so the contract owns it, so it's physically Jack's, then now you need to do that part of the theory. Well, is Jack dead or alive? What do you think he's gonna do with it? Now you're in a fucking whole nother quantum realm again, because you done agreed already that Jack's honest, right? Or you agreed that Jack is dishonest, and now you're gonna make up another assumption on your fucking path. And it just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. You know, that's why I'm saying you gotta release everything. Everything is nothing. And make the most fun outcome, right? It's gonna be funner if Jack is the owner and he says, nah, you know. And what's more likely to happen based on the ledger of Jack Levin, right? That's like the honest ledger. Like, what is the most honest chain? That's some crypto for you. You're rambling too much. You don't know how to keep it simple. Bro, you're too simple. That's how I am now. DDKA Jet. What the fuck is your name, dude? Like, what the fuck is what is this? I'm not even rambling no more. You know what I like to say? Either you take the nugs that I'm saying, or you can go fuck yourself. That's literally where we are now in this quantum realm. Everybody can go fuck themselves that can't stay up to date no more, bro. We done with y'all. Bitcoin's at 50K, man. 2024, bro. You're rambling because you're fucking stuck in your 9 to 5. That's one thing too. If you're hella stuck in your 9 to 5, you'll never get free. I haven't had a 9 to 5. On March 10th, which is the day after my birthday, which was that video I streamed where I was like, where's Satoshi? Right? That was the day I quit my job. I was like, fuck this job. And like, ever since I freed myself from the matrix and spent a whole year able to diagnose what I truly want from this reality, y'all are all slow. Everyone. That's why all the streamers, it's so easy for me to be like, yeah, that streamer has no comprehension of blockchain because they don't know how to articulate it to a fashion of simple. Instead, they put money behind it. Anytime you put money behind something, it gets complex. So that you're going to say, I'm rambling, but yet you're probably one of those humans who can only follow the money. So who's really rambling at the end of the day when I'm going to die and go to the light because I came to this world and I soaked it all in, and everyone else is going to change green candles. That's why I already know it, bro. You can say I'm rambling, but my message is for those that want to hear it. Man, I'm on my Jesus shit. This is fucking crazy. Yeah, man. Good luck. I hope you do all right. You know, I hope, everyone's going to do okay in crypto, though. I'm getting kind of passionate about it, but yeah, I'm so tired of just this fucking everyone holding everyone back because they don't understand. And then now you can't understand that. So that was the meta tweet that I tweeted today while listening to some YouTubers. I was like, man, where is it at? Yeah, it's like, I think some YouTubers only talk about shit projects because they don't actually understand blockchain. The best way to keep people clueless is to cloud their judgment and intuition with stupid. You know how I learned this? When I worked at the Apple Store and Steve Jobs died, and then his message died because they needed to keep the company going. So that's one of the reasons why I would never work for Apple again unless I did it in the name of Steve. It would never just be because I like Apple products. The fuck? That shit is just part of my ecosystem now. But I love the passion in which Steve Jobs brought to the game. And there used to be this thing where you would go to the Apple Store and they would teach you, because Steve Jobs felt like the human walking into the store needed to have a human connection to something that can't speak, right? Technology does not have a voice. You fucking idiots. And the human is the voice for the board, right? And it always amazed me towards the end of my career at Apple when I realized that they were herding people together. It was like you couldn't pay attention to one person anymore because, again, we're running in parallel. All the people who needed attention, they got it. So it was like, you don't need to give them attention anymore. They're running parallel with tech. Steve put them on board. I'm one of those niggas. Steve put us on board and we all are running on tech. Right? So now you're going to have a bunch of other people who are out of the loop. So how do you handle this giant group? How do you scale these out of the loop motherfuckers? Right? So you pin them together and you bring in someone who's just as stupid to dumb down the crowd so that they can comprehend the stupid. And then you control the stupid. That's why I was like, I can't be in here no more. Everyone in here is fucking retarded. When's the last time you went to an Apple Store and really felt like the old Apple Store? I mean, maybe you're young and you didn't get to, experience the early or the 2010s of the Apple Store. But there used to be a time when you could walk in and people would give you advice. They would give you a cool app. Now, if you walk in, most of it is going to be, again, like I said, herding the masses under the cloud of Apple. Don't get them outside the iCloud. Who cares? They cannot go to Google Cloud. They got to stay in the iCloud. So you see what I'm saying? I might be rambling, but I'm here for the person that needs to hear this shit. Because most of these YouTubers are going to keep you on stupid. Cloud your judgment. They're not going to tell you how blockchain works. They're not going to tell you that the timestamp server is the true juice. You fucking idiots. I got into Zen day one. You're no further than me. I stay learning respect to you. I don't know where that's sensitive. I'm going to continue to watch your channel and support. It's not that I'm being sensitive. It's that you felt that you could type with your physical fingers the concept that I'm rambling. Yet you've been in Zen day one. So, and if you, like I said, you're articulating to me that you don't get me, yet you watch my channel to try to understand me, and that is hilarious. So you don't tell someone you're trying to understand that they're rambling, because that just lets me know and yourself know that you really don't fucking get it. If you've been in Zen since day one and you don't have a shit ton of XENblocks, or if you're not in the top 500, or you're not in the top 700, or if you haven't even, like I said, started, to me, don't bring that shit up. You gotta tell me I've been minting XENblocks. You guys need XENblocks? We are all here, but some things are just simple. What the fuck? You said you will go that Zen. You said a while ago, that's what you're trying to say, that Zen is easy to the price of zero until 2025. Do you still think that way since you're so super smart? Duh. Are you kidding me? But yeah, Zen can get to 1 cent, but again, Zen has a difficulty factor, which is economics. So someone can bring in a lot of money and push this further down. So yeah, my real like 1 cent Zen would be 26, because by 2026, all of the moon parties will be over. We'll reach the 50% mark. So at 2026 in Zen world, majority of the chains will reach their 50% halving. We're now going forward after 26. It's going to be less and less and less Zen noticeably. You can notice it now, but it's not too much. And that's why, again, Zen is going to do its thing. Look at it right now. It's just about to fucking take off. And I don't need to talk about why it's going to take off, because again, all I need to understand is that it runs in parallel with Bitcoin. That's it. You don't need to be super smart. You just need to understand Bitcoin. And again, that's why I get a little hot right now, because I noticed that a lot of people are not talking about Bitcoin and then shitting on everything else around it. But it's the one thing that keeps control. It's like the people who shit on the government and shit, but they ain't doing nothing. It's like, duh, this is why we're like in this situation, because we're all just talking about it. Like, we got to do something about it, right? And that's why, again, I started mining my XENblocks so I can distance myself from the pack. How many blocks y'all got? Let's look at my blocks. I'm sorry, I got super turned up because, yeah, today is the day, man. Bitcoin's at 50K. I'm going to ramble as much as I want. You know, another thing too is everyone's always gonna. I hate to pick on you, DDK, but like, you shouldn't. And this is just a tip I should say for those that don't comprehend it. You should never try to meet on someone's level, or you should never try to meet on common ground using time. That's like when you train a dog, right? You want to go to a field so you guys can meet on common ground. Right? If you try to train a dog in a small area, it might fucking bite your face. But when you train a dog in a wide open space, the dog thinks that you are both the same. Right? So if you tell someone that they're rambling, and then you say, "Hey, I've been running the race as long as you," all of that doesn't connect to make honesty. Right? Because in all honesty, if I'm rambling, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm rambling about Zen. Like, I'm rambling about what's so cool about Zen. That's all my streams are. What's so fire about Zen? So if you've been in Zen since day one, you should be excited that I'm exploring the ramble so that we can find the message within the Zen, right? You're not going to find it if you're not rambling. And again, you're definitely not going to find it if you try to come to common grounds with another Zenian saying, "I've been in since day one." That's not where we're going, right? We're going in a fashion where there's no such thing as "I got in Zen day one." That's actually just some OG status shit. Like, oh, you're an OG. But it's like, but what do you do for Zen? What are you doing to bring value to the community? What are you just minting? Like, that's fire. That's cool, you know, but what are you doing? You know, there's going to be people who mint. And then there's going to be Howley Finn. Bro, I am fucking passionate about this crypto shit. I want to be Howley Finn. I think he was one of the most influential people to take reign in 09. And RIP, bro. He's one of the only people that was being crazy, saying crazy shit. Everybody else was just trying to be P2P. He was one of the first people to predict the NFT. It's crazy. Yeah, man, how many blocks you got, man? Howley. Nah, we're going to call him Howley. We're going to give him LOL. Yeah, I threw his name backwards. Hal Finley. Doles. We're going to call him Howley Finn. But yeah, that's just my little take on it, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, I know a lot of people are getting ready to try to meet me at common grounds, and I'm gonna let you know right now. If you try to meet me on common grounds with the amount of time you spent in the ecosystem, I'm not gonna. That shit doesn't fly with me, because I don't even do that in the real world where people tell me they've DJ'd for a certain amount of time. It's like, okay, who cares? time the world's gonna spin. I've been DJing for 10 years. That's not like I'm gonna open up my conversation with I'm a DJ for 10 years. Like, you know, like that. Again, it's just normal. That's some dog shit. Like, meet common ground. Just, I like crypto. You know, I've been in crypto too, you know, and then, you know, speculate from there. But yeah, I'm actually, let's talk about some XENblocks. Let's get the fuck off that shit. So y'all know yesterday I opened up this channel for this 5-pack. And what's crazy is I am starting to think now T-flops are great. And then you are going to probably need a lot of VRAM, because this specific one right now has got me on fucking expensive. So like I was saying, 2 days ago, I had an instance for 11 days. It was giving me 4 cents a block. And right now I have this one. So it's got a good amount of T-flops, but it's got way less. It's got like way less gigs than that one that I got that had the 4 cents. Yeah, it has about half. So right now, $1.80 an hour. And what we've been running for, basically 24 hours. So $43.20. All right, we're gonna go ahead and divide that by how many blocks we got here? 54. Yikes. But in Xenium world, we're gonna add a 0 because it's 10 Xenium for every 1 block. So yeah, 8 cents, man. This one is actually not the wave, because 8 cents is too expensive. That's double the price. Now my thought was, hey, maybe it's the difficulty, because the difficulty did go up since the weekend and we are at 138. So there is this, my speculation that maybe the difficulty has got me fucked up. But like now I'm really searching for a better instance. So let's go ahead and look for one. And what we really want, again, is below $2. Isn't fucking possible. All right, so this is the one right here. I'm gonna re-rent this one. Fuck it. 19 days, I'll take it. So this is the one though. Why is this the best one? So when it comes to mining XENblocks, the instance, think of it as like your brain, right? And if you could install more GPUs into one brain so that you can use all that power to think, that's the benefit of getting a lot of GPUs in one instance, right? If I have 5 4090s together, that's why I'm going to be able to hash, you know, 55 blocks in 24 hours. Because if I only have one and then I have, you know, if I have 5 different instances, this number would be a little bit off, because now each one is mining or has to work harder to mine because it doesn't have any support, right? It doesn't have any daisy chained GPUs. So this is an advantage. You want to have more than one GPU because that's going to give you more power. Next, you're going to want to have a lot of T-flops, right? T-flops, that's basically, again, your teraflops, your total floating points per second. So that's what you want to have. Like I said, hopefully above 400. And then again, now we're looking at these gigabytes for the VRAM, right? So this one I really like a lot because the gigabytes are going to be it's 24, but I got 12, so I got 288. Whereas here, this is 24, but I only got 5, so it's 120. You see what I'm saying? So this is actually what you would want to have right now in this scenario. So let's go ahead and open this up. Let's get my one-liner out. I'm sorry, DDK. I'm a little sensitive right now because everybody's fucking stupid, and I don't mean to call you retarded. That might have just been a projection. See, in quantum, you can project, but I do think it's on yourself to reflect your projection. And I would say right now that shit's bouncing back in my mind and I ain't really liking it the way it's bouncing back. So I'm sorry that I kind of tripped out like that. But yeah, man, I don't care if I'm rambling. It's for who wants to hear it. And like, it's like, my theory too is I'm not going to be here forever, guys. Like, for real. I have dreams, motherfucker. What the fuck? My dream is not to be a YouTuber. This is just for right now. This is just to spend time in the space and time. But at some point, you know, I ain't gonna be here no more. And when I'm not here, hopefully you can do it on your own. Shit. I want to be one of those YouTubers. Go fly, little motherfucker. Go fly. Like, don't try to build a world with me for the next 5 years. Build your own shit. Fuck that. Like, I was following YouTubers for way too long before I decided to just be my own self, and then just come here again to give some insight on Zen world from my perspective. Right? That's the only reason I started the channel. I didn't start my channel to become anything. That's an accident. So thank you to everyone that fucks with it. It's inspirational, you know. That's why I like to keep coming back every day and having fun talking about crypto with the homies, you know. But yeah, I have no aspirations at all to have the world's best crypto channel or have the world's best YouTube channel. I don't think that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? That sounds very ceiling to me. Yeah, you know what's funny is yesterday I was listening to that fool Stunner Breezy or whatever the fuck his name is. Blowing the Wind. I don't know. I would say he sounded like somebody that work at a gas station or some shit. Like when I go pump my gas, like if I ever have cash in my wallet, I gotta go fucking to the cashier. It's like, oh, it'd be a Stunner Breezy, you know? Cause I ain't working there, the fuck. But the thing that like irked me about his comment, because again, I don't know these. I'm just on YouTube, so sometimes I'll float through and listen to your video. I hope you float through and listen to mine. I hope you hear this shit, Stunner Breezy. But yeah, man, DJing until I'm 80, that sounds like a fucking dream. I actually know some DJs that are in their 50s and their 60s. They love this shit. They play some of the best playlists you'll hear in your whole fucking life. And that's why, again, I know that these YouTubers are so stupid. They can't even envision more life. They can only envision getting on YouTube and trying to engagement farming, you know? Fuck that, man. I let the code do it right now. Look, we watching the code. Now we're going to write the code. I think that's cooler than... And I show my face. Who the fuck is Stunner Breezy, bro? He gonna be on YouTube until he's in his 80s shilling shitcoins. You know what's funny too? That's why I'm like, man, everybody has an excessive amount of following because of how long they've been here. But that's actually kind of embarrassing in my opinion. Like the longer you've stayed in YouTube, it shows how much you actually haven't progressed. Because crypto started in 2013 and Bitcoin was literally like 30 cents. And you mean to tell me you've been in it for this long and you still got to show up here every day? Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. Straight up. Like, there ain't no fucking way I'm coming on YouTube next year unless I'm being interviewed by somebody. Somebody's picking my brain or some shit. That's the only way I'm gonna be on YouTube. Y'all gonna be begging for forgiveness. You've gone too far. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay, duh. You gotta beg forgiveness from me. You gotta beg forgiveness. Let's fucking go. All right. All right. Yes, sir. We back in the game. All right. So this one's the best one because this one is my 4-cent clocker. I'm getting the hell out of this 8-cent clocker. So this is a perfect time for you to hopefully understand what's going on here. Even though this went up 10 cents, I'm okay with it. I'm going to see if I'm getting a better result tomorrow. This is what we'll tune in on. Okay, we'll tune in to see if we're getting a better result tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out on this one. Because this motherfucker is expensive. So, yeah, we're going to cancel that one out. I got 55 blocks in 24 hours, which is about 8 cents a block, or 8 cents in XEN. And to me, that's too expensive. I think, again, the sweet spot number is going to be 4 cents a token. If you can get it at 4 cents, you're doing something. But if you get it a little bit over, I would say 5, you're still doing something. But at 8 cents, you are officially in a new paradigm. You're mining with a new crowd of people. The OGs are still close to 2 to 4 cents. So that's where you want to find your strategy when you're mining XEN. Yo, shout outs to Yoshland. So we play the who gets the longest game. Okay, top 150 Zen holders. Don't talk to me if you still not on the same level, bro. Yo, Yoshland, you're crazy. I want to be in the top 200 on Zen. I just can't do it because I didn't learn right, man. You know what's funny about Zen is like I was actually following people trying to understand. And that's why I had to make my own channel so I can channel my own understanding. Like, that's why I had to leave the group chats because it was too clouded. It was like I couldn't. And this is funny. I always talk about this, but yeah, like it is true. It's Struder's cat thing. Once you take your intuition into a new place of energy, you're more likely to make get what you're looking for. But usually, if you can't identify you're at a ceiling, you'll get to that ceiling often. I talk about this with the concept of like a firmament. How people say like we live in a dome, and I mean I don't believe the world is flat. I think the world is the shape of an egg. How about that? But I honestly perceive this idea though of firmament. I like that. I like the concept of you can't get out of here. That idea, that chaos, like that comes along with the you can't get out of here, right? So I always ask myself when I'm in a place that feels foreign, if this is what the firmament feels like, because then that helps me understand where I am. And now I see that with like heroes, like people I believed in, because I've accidentally lapped people I believed in, like for instance, Mikey Rocks, who's a rapper. In 2014 or 15, I performed with him. Actually, I worked at a streetwear boutique, and through the grace of my marketing skills, I was able to throw a show with Mikey Rocks and have a meet and greet at the boutique I worked at. I orchestrated the whole thing. It was insane. And what was the funniest thing about it, though, was I looked up to Mikey Rocks so much in high school because of the MySpace music era and the Cool Kids. If you don't know who the Cool Kids are, that's a 2010s rap group from Chicago. Mikey Rocks, Chuck English, amazing beat. I would say the beginning of the digital music era, the DAWs, when everything was really moving to Fruity Loops and Ableton. So they were doing it kind of the best. And what was fun though, again about their music, was it was different. But fast forward to like me being a 20-year-old, I meet Mikey Rocks. I perform with Mikey Rocks. I do a show with Mikey Rocks. I hit the fucking firmament. Like I can't even look at that fool the same anymore. I like lap my hero. I was like, shit, this is what it's like to be at the top with this guy, you know? And to this day, I still always say that to myself. Like when I'm in a situation that feels foreign, like, am I at the firmament? Like, are we at the top? Is this it? You know, is this what it feels like to be up here? What's beyond here, you know? And then you got to ask yourself, how many times have I felt this? Is this changing, right? Maybe you hit that firmament like 20 times already. You felt that high 20 times and you still haven't gone beyond it, you know? That's some really deep shit. But I don't know. Maybe in your life you're feeling that way. You're hitting the ceiling or something. And then we're going to bust through that motherfucking ceiling. Right, that's what I feel like, and why I'm so into Zen. I feel like my crypto world, I've lapped so many heroes, and I've seen the top of the firmament so many different times. I smelt the air up there. I've cracked it, but I've never burst through. Right, even right now, Bitcoin's 50K. Oh shit! Shout out Street City West. He put me on. I mined a few. I got a few. EVM Bitcoin on Pulse Chain. I got a few. Shout out Tree. There's a tab up here. Free shill. But yeah, Bitcoin's at 50K, man. We already won. So I didn't get to burst through the firmament on this one because I can't pay attention to it enough. Or I didn't hold a lot of Bitcoins from the past. So I'm not feeling like I'm bursting through anything yet. And I honestly do think that that's what Zen is. From the day that I officially learned about it, not the day that I learned that I could do ladder mints. That was a cool day that I understood Zen. That's when I thought Zen was stupid because it was a Zen with an X. And I was like, that's stupid. Like Zen with an X. I don't know how that's going to work. And I was saying that because people kept saying XEN. Like nobody really knew how to say Zen. They're just saying XEN. So yeah, I would say I give my love for Zen to XeNFTs because XeNFTs taught me how the global ranks work, and it showed me there was this new world of dynamics in crypto. XeNFT showed me that. So that's when I really was like, yo, Zen can be huge. This can be the thing that bursts through the firmament. Because if more people understand how that XenFT works, then it's powerful. And what's crazy is the XenFT is just an it's just an articulation of the bigger picture. So that's why, again, X1 is going to be another firmament concept. Like I said, if you miss Zen, just get into X1 chain, right? And I don't think you can miss Zen. I'm just saying if you didn't mine Zen in the past, you might as well buy some of it now because your mine's Zen. You might want to hold on to it. Hold on to it. EBTC bullish, bruh. Oh, y'all know. Well, I don't know what's going on. Again, this is a shooter's cat for me. Like I said, shout out to Tree City West. He gave me a little blurb. I was like, what are we speculating on? He brought me into the game. And I think it is kind of cool and fun for Pulse Chain. Because again, Pulse Chain is a canvas. People can go there and paint on it. And all this is essentially, it's just Zen, but with eBTC. And instead of Zen, which has an amp of 330, or how do you say this? The distribution happening is built into the time of the calendar, right? 300 or 3,000 days. Distribution is built in the amount of coins that are minted. So as more coins are mined, distribution gets smaller. So pretty cool. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna do though. Like again, I'm not on Pulse Chain like that, so I'm just here for the clicks. Rooftop be like bringing back 88. Hey, or 88. That's a fact. The cool kids are my shit. Oh yeah, bro. See, Tree City West would know because he's on the same. That's what I'm saying. Shout outs Tree City West, man. You know why I'm gonna shout out Tree City West right now? He's the perfect example of someone that is on the internet that's running in parallel with me. He lives in his own world, doing his own thing, but he also happened to hear the cool kids because of the internet, not anything else. His intuition of I like this and the access of the internet. We are all running in parallel with each other. We all just have a different thing that we're doing at this exact moment. I'm going to turn this motherfucker off. You're going to go do some fucking shit. I'm going to go do some fucking shit. Maybe we'll all link up again in the simple spaces or something, or for sure tomorrow on my stream. But these are the little things, little things in quantum to help remind you that it's bigger than us. So I'm glad that you knew about that. Dank says little B. Laugh my ass off. Top 100 sounds nice. Deoshland still trying to be in the top 100. I can never do it. There's like no way I'm gonna get in the top 100 of Zen, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's not that I missed Zen. It's that I didn't do it right. And it's my own hero, and it's gonna lap me by price. And I'll be in XEN, chilling. This one I can't let go though. Again, like I said, bro, we going to burst through the firmament on this one. We gonna fucking go to Mars. Everyone's gonna be looking around like, damn, all those Zenians, where they got out of the dome? How'd they do it? oh, they ran in parallel with Bitcoin. It was so easy for the money to just float into the chain. Right? We have the layer 2 coming out. We have layer 2s inside of X1 chain, which is also beautiful. And then now I've been learning about this engine layer, or this like the next things, right? Which is going to be these layer 2s that build TVL, and people take the coins from those, you know, like I said, those staking, like this is one of them. Rocket Pool's another one of them. Yeah, liquid staking. So this is huge, man. Ain't nothing but billions of TLV in these protocols, right? And I mean, I just, like I said, I just started really diving in on this because, again, we're moving at the speed of light. So don't be surprised. Again, I think it was Shizzy DeFi who was saying Ethereum could be at 19K, and I was like, no fucking way, man. But I updated my worldview, and it's on the table for sure. Right, that's 800% from where we are. So why wouldn't we? Right, this is the new world. And the more people that come online, the harder it gets to get everything in crypto. The difficulty goes up on everything, not just Bitcoin, but ETH is hard to get. Maybe even Cardano is hard to get, even though we don't give a fuck about it. Maybe it's just hard to get. We know Solana is going to be hard to get. Right? Literally, I think the way that Solana's trying to do this is they're trying to make it so you become a node operator, like X1 chain. We're running in parallel with the onboarding system of Solana, because this might actually be the wave to get more people online faster by making them feel like they own the blockchain. Up until Solana, I would say most brands weren't driving home that you should get your own node. That's a Bitcoin thing. That was like an EOS thing too. So it's kind of been lost in the sauce for a little bit. So it is really cool to see Solana, again, open up the blockchain for public access so that everyone can participate, because that's the next evolution of onboarding. It's actually onboarding hardware, not humans. Humans are going to show up. That's easy. But getting more computers and more compute power into a network, that's actually hard right now. Yeah, that's what we're solving, is how do we get more infrastructure rather than users, because users are there, they're going to pump shit coins, right? So again, that's what I'm saying. If you want to burst through the firmament, you should be mining these XENblocks, because that's probably one of the easiest way to lock it in. That's the easiest way to lock in X1, right? You just, and then because the reason why I would say this is because you just take these coins and you roll them back into the ecosystem. You don't have to sell them. And then you sell the XEN, you sell the XN that it's creating, and you become the sell pressure for that. You become the miner that the blogs are talking about, like, oh, the miners are in profit. Like, you want to be, you want to be that. You want to be that villain. I'm in profit, bitch. I'm finna dump. Right? You don't have enough money to make infrastructure. Just part of it, right? It's like if you live in a house and then the owner's like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna sell this house for $10 million because I bought it for $1 million. Like, fuck it. You got to move out. Right? That's a no-go for me, man. I'm trying to own it. I was listening to the whole wheat bread on MySpace. Man, MySpace was crazy back in the day, man. Yeah, but see, music saves everything. I don't know how to explain it, because I don't want to give away my ideas. But yeah, music explains everything. My theory on music that I love to share is like it's the best time traveling utility we have in this future. Without music, people actually, or life would actually be pretty boring when it comes to reference. Like, you'd only look at, like, it's like you would go to a museum and that's it. But like with music, I could visit the 1930s by putting on some content from the 1930s. Like, you don't even need visuals. You can just hear it. Right? That's the solid part about music is sound. So you don't need anything. You just need to be alive. It's the best traveling or time traveling conductor we have in this future. I used to think it was a photographer, or you can look at photos. If you look at time traveling, is that's like what a photographer, what a photo is. It's like time traveling. So you guys don't think I'm crazy. Oh my God. What is it? Fuck. Damn it. Now I look crazy. Is it the meaning of photography? Now I really want to find this, man. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, see, finally, something came up. So it shows I'm not the only person on this, in this parallel universe, okay? But yeah, this is like a thing. Like, best thing to time travel is a photo, because when you look at a photo, instantly your instincts or your senses in your body reflect what you see. So that's technically time traveling, because you can see a photo of a loved one and go back to a moment in time with that photo. That's the real time traveling machine. Like it's like if I have a relationship to, I love this MF Doom card. But yeah, the MF Doom card is an object of time travel, because I remember when I got this and who I got it with. And that's why it's with me, because it's a representation of the time that I got it. I have some photos here too on my desk. I have this too. RP, my friend. I had a friend that unfortunately lost his life in 2010, way too early. And I time travel when I keep the button here from my graduation on the desk, because I do it for my bro, because he couldn't time travel. So he is time traveling on my desk, but in the fashion of myself, you know. It's fucking crazy, man. Fuck everybody. I'm fucking deep and I don't give a fuck. Let's go. Yeah, man. I don't know how to say it any other ways. I'm sorry though if I dissed anyone today, but I'm gonna end it on this lovely Wednesday, because it's for the love. Yeah, that's why I'm so passionate. It's because it's Love Day and I love crypto and I love life. So when I speak from passion, because that passion is gathered from intellect, from my experience, and that's why I like to. And yeah, that's what it is. My intellectual passion is what I deliver every day. So it's overwhelming, and it sounds like I'm rambling, but you want that. You want that. If you don't talk about your wife every day, do you really love her? You know what I'm saying? If you don't talk about your job every day, do you really love it? You know? And that's why, again, I'm sorry if I offended you, but yeah, I love this shit, and fuck anybody that's trying to get in between me and the love for this game. Peace.